Donald Trump is now one step closer to facing financial accountability to Jean Carroll after a significant ruling by the Second Circuit Court of Appeals. Carroll accused Trump of sexually assaulting her in a department store dressing room in 1996 and later defaming her. Two juries have already ruled in her favor, awarding her over $155 million in damages, including punitive damages and compensation for defamation and sexual assault. This latest ruling further solidifies the judgments against Trump and brings him closer to paying Carroll. In a 70-page decision, a three-judge panel from the Second Circuit Court of Appeals unanimously rejected Trump's appeal, which sought to overturn the trial court's decisions based on claims of judicial error. Trump's primary argument was that Judge Lewis Kaplan allowed prejudicial evidence to be presented while excluding evidence favorable to him, thereby denying him a fair trial. However, the appellate court found no reversible error in Judge Kaplan's handling of the case, effectively upholding the verdicts against Trump. Key evidence contested by Trump included testimony from two women, Natasha Stoynoff and Jessica Leeds, who alleged that Trump had sexually assaulted them in separate incidents. Stoynoff, a former People magazine reporter, testified that Trump forcibly kissed her at Mar-a-Lago while she was covering his marriage to Melania Trump. Leeds recounted an incident during a flight where Trump groped her and attempted to put his hand up her skirt. The court ruled that such testimony was admissible under a federal rule of evidence allowing prior bad acts to be introduced in civil cases involving sexual assault. This exception recognizes the unique nature of sexual assault cases, permitting evidence that demonstrates a pattern of behavior. The appellate court affirmed that Judge Kaplan properly evaluated the relevance and probative value of this testimony before allowing it to be presented to the jury. Another piece of evidence challenged by Trump was the infamous 2005 Access Hollywood tape, in which he bragged about sexually assaulting women, stating that as a celebrity, he could grab them by the P**********. The tape was played for the jury, and Trump's deposition further undermined his defense. During questioning, Trump defended his comments, asserting that such behavior had been common among celebrities for a million years. The court emphasized that Trump's own words supported Carroll's claims and reflected a pattern of behavior consistent with her allegations. Trump also objected to the exclusion of evidence regarding a coat dress Carroll claimed she was wearing during the alleged assault. Carroll stated the dress might have Trump's DNA, but Trump refused to provide a DNA sample during discovery. When Trump's attorney later offered to submit a DNA sample at the last minute, the judge rejected the request, deeming it untimely. The appellate court upheld this decision, noting that Trump had multiple opportunities earlier in the case to provide DNA evidence, but failed to do so. The Second Circuit's ruling emphasized that while no trial is perfect, the law does not require perfection, only fairness and impartiality. The judges determined that any errors made during the trial were not significant enough to warrant overturning the verdict, reaffirming the jury's decision in Carroll's favor. The financial implications for Trump are substantial. In the first case, he was ordered to pay Carroll $5 million. This amount is secured by a cash bond, which will likely be paid to Carroll in the coming months, especially if the U.S. Supreme Court declines to hear Trump's appeal, a likely outcome given the appellate court's firm stance. In the second case, where Carroll was awarded $156 million, Trump has posted a bond through a surety company. Once appeals are exhausted, Carroll can collect this sum from the bonding company, bypassing any need to pursue Trump's personal assets. Combined, these rulings mean Trump could be forced to pay over $160 million in damages to Carroll by 2025. The appellate court's decision strengthens Carroll's position in the ongoing legal battles and signals broader accountability for Trump's actions. With the judgments upheld, Trump's legal strategies have failed to delay or overturn the verdicts. Carroll's success represents a landmark victory for survivors of sexual assault and defamation, demonstrating the court's willingness to hold powerful individuals accountable. Trump's legal team had argued that the rulings and evidence admitted during the trials unfairly prejudiced the jury. However, The Second Circuit panel emphasized that the judge acted within his discretion and in accordance with legal precedents. The court also highlighted Trump's refusal to cooperate with DNA testing as a strategic decision that ultimately backfired, further undercutting his defense. The outcome of these cases has broader implications for Trump, who is already entangled in multiple legal battles while campaigning for re-election. The rulings underscore the challenges he faces in portraying himself as a victim of political persecution, especially when courts continue to affirm the validity of the claims against him. As Trump prepares to pay the first $5 million judgment, attention will shift to the resolution of the $156 million case. The appellate court support for Carroll sets a strong precedent for the enforceability of civil judgments in sexual assault and defamation cases, particularly against high-profile defendants. Carroll's legal victories also highlight the evolving standards for evidence admissibility in sexual assault cases. By allowing testimony about prior bad acts and high-profile admissions like the Access Hollywood tape, courts are recognizing patterns of behavior as critical to establishing credibility and intent. This shift reflects broader societal efforts to address and combat sexual misconduct. Looking ahead, Trump's legal team may pursue a final appeal to the U.S. Supreme Court, but legal experts widely believe such efforts are unlikely to succeed. The Second Circuit's thorough 70-page ruling leaves little room for further challenge, making it probable that Carroll will soon collect the awarded damages. In summary, the Second Circuit Court of Appeals has firmly rejected Donald Trump's attempts to overturn the verdicts in favor of Jean Carroll. With judgments totaling over $160 million, Carroll stands to secure full financial compensation once the appeals process concludes. The court's decision underscores the fairness of the trial proceedings and reaffirms accountability for Trump's actions. This case will likely continue to resonate in the public sphere as a pivotal moment in the intersection of law, politics, and justice.